Some perspective on these developments with political analyst Dr. Zamo Mbandlwa. A very good morning to you. Thank you so much for your time. Some contradictions there as former President Jacob Zuma says he'll be voting for the newly registered uMkhonto weSizwe party, but he remains a loyal and devoted member of the ANC. What did you make of his assertions?
Good morning, and good morning to the viewers at home. Well, if you listen to the former president like 3 years, 4 years ago, and you listen to him yesterday, you will think that you are speaking. Those are two different people speaking. And also, I want to say I was shocked by his statement and his approach. But I think he made it very clear that him joining the MK does not necessarily mean he's joining a new party. Because MK has been the wing of the ANC, the arm wing of the ANC, for many years. Even now, if we were to say the arms are still needed, MK is the rightful structure that actually assisted the ANC in liberating the country. So in other words, he's not joining a new political party. And he made it very clear that he's not leaving the ANC. Because ANC and the MK are working together. They are working together. They are not two different parties. So he made it very clear. But what is also assisting us now is that this is not a new political party, but also this is a new political party, which then leaves us with many questions. Because remember, MK was not a standalone or an independent political party. They were the arm wing of the ANC. So it's really confusing now at some point because for many years it has not been registered as a political party. It's just recently been registered as a political party and contesting the same space that is being contested by the ANC. So I'm sure many people will be confused. Also moving forward to elections next year, it should be very confusing. But the fact that the MK is registered as a political party does not necessarily mean people that will be supporting MK are no longer members of the ANC. What really become a problem now is you cannot vote for two political parties in the elections. So people now will have to decide whether they vote for the MK or they vote for the ANC. And that is where the problem will be in the elections next year. But also, if you listen carefully to what the former president have said, he did not say he no longer support or love the ANC. But he said the ANC have shifted away from being the liberation movement of the people, and he in inverted commas, he classified the current ANC as the ANC of Ramaphosa. So it really means that he no longer have faith in the current leadership, but it does not mean that he don't have faith in the ANC itself, but he don't have faith in the current leadership. And he further indicated why he believed that the current leadership of the ANC has failed the ANC. And he indicated about 6 things that he believed that the ANC has failed to actually address in dealing with those issues to assist the country. Mm-hmm. And he further said the ANC is no longer democratic. If you differ with the current leadership, then you will be expelled. And now it's a contradiction because during his tenure also in 2012, that's where the leadership of the EFF was expelled.
Yeah.
Well, because it was a decision of the disciplinary committee and the decision of the NWC. We cannot say he agreed or he disagreed with the decision when the current leadership of the EFF was expelled in the ANC before they formed the EFF.
When it comes to expulsions, I mean, where does this now leave the ANC, given Zuma's announcement and the consequences this could potentially have, as well as also touching a little bit on the MK, uMkhonto weSizwe, because as I read the Sunday Times, just having listened to you there, it says that the ANC said they'll take legal action against the new party as it regarded MK as its trademark, even though the military wing no longer exists.
Yeah, you see, now I think the legal experts will have to guide the ANC and the MK with regards to that aspect, because You know, at the moment, if the ANC does not own the patent, and the MK is not registered, is an independent organization, but also working with the ANC, and is not a political party registered by the ANC or under the ANC, it should be very difficult for the ANC now to prove that this political party is actually the ANC party, because if it's an independent MK structure, because they have a structure, MK, as much as they are working with the ANC, but they have an independent structure, which is actually working with the ANC. So it will be very difficult for the ANC to prove that MK belong to them and they own MK if there's no pattern that is actually written or approved by the legal experts that prove that ANC is owning MK. I don't think it should be much easier. And also, I don't think those who actually decided to register MK as a political party did not do a due diligence in terms of what are the nitty-gritties of registering a political party, what are the legal implications of registering a political party. Because for now, I think if they have not done so, it means that they will actually be failing the people that have actually thought that MK is an alternative force that will actually assist those who believed in the ANC, but at the moment we don't have hope in the manner in which the ANC is conducting its own affairs in terms of the political party itself and also in terms of governing the country as a whole.
Yeah. So when it comes to just essentially looking at what this means for former President Jacob Zuma's political career, I mean, some who have weighed in are saying that, this will mean that the ANC won't make its move right now if there is such a move, because elections are around the corner, and also a desperate attempt for the former president to try and remain relevant. What are your views?
Well, I wouldn't say he's actually trying to be relevant, because the ANC in the province of KwaZulu-Natal previously approached him to assist the ANC in campaigning for the elections next year. So I think he always remained relevant in the ANC, because if he was not relevant in the ANC were not going to approach him to campaign on his behalf. But also, remember I said earlier on, I was shocked and surprised when he said he will not vote for the ANC and he will not campaign for the ANC, simply because his history in the ANC speaks volumes, and his contribution in the liberation movement and also liberating the people of the country has significance. And also, he was going to be remembered as if he retired in politics, and also being acknowledged in various aspects. But now that he's no longer willing to work with the ANC, should the ANC decide to disown him, I don't know what will happen in terms of the credential that he have in the ANC and the contributions that he have made in the ANC, like all those who have led in the ANC, who have contributed in the ANC, and also the accolades that they received because of them being leaders of the ANC and members of the liberation movement, and the role that they have played in the country. I'm saying this in part because all those who have been expelled in the ANC are no longer respected or taken as people that have played a role in the liberation movement. I'll speak about those who are still alive, perhaps. The former leader of Hope. He played a significant role in the liberation movement, but because he left the ANC and opened his own political party, he's no longer regarded as a person who have played a role in the liberation movement and a person who have actually played a significant part in liberating people of South Africa. So I think this will also be his downfall.
Very well. Thank you so much for weighing in on this story. Political analyst Dr. Zamo Mbandlwa there, speaking to the developments around former President Jacob Zuma.